What is up, Fit Pros? Andy here from fitprobusiness.com. Hope everybody's doing well and that you're killing it in your fitness business. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing as I deliver weekly value to you in regards to in the trenches advice on what's working for me in my business, as well as what I'm learning from other industry leaders in regards to generating more leads, closing more sales, and running your fitness business more efficiently. So hit that subscribe button and also hit that little bell so that you get a notification every time I drop a new video. Today, I'm going to give you 3 lessons I've learned in my business from clients on sales and just in general how to run my business. A lot of times what happens is we get so caught up in the day-to-day that we don't sit down and really think about lessons we've learned in our business and how we can pass those on to others so that they don't make the same mistakes and that they can move forward faster. So the 3 lessons I want to talk to you guys about today are lessons I learned from clients early on in my business. And the first one came from a client named Jeff, and he's a dentist. He's one of my in-home clients that I've had for a lot of years. But he's a retired dentist, and this was very early on in my business. And I don't know about you guys, but when you're early in your business and you're still kind of learning how to run a business effectively, you may be uncomfortable with billing or collecting money. I know that's the case for a lot of people. It was for me. I know it was for me at least. And Jeff is somebody that I would invoice every 90 days. And one of the times he left him an invoice, and he asked me point blank, would you like me to pay you today, or would you like me to pay you on my next visit? And me being at a point in my business where I wasn't comfortable saying, I'd like for you, I'll take the check today. I said, oh, that's okay. You can pay me on my next when I come next. And he stopped me right in my tracks and said, no, when somebody offers to pay you, you accept. I want to teach you a lesson that I learned very early on in my dental practice, is that when somebody offers to pay you, you always accept because you don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. And that lesson has stuck with me throughout my 15 years of business, and it's something that I apply to my business even now when, this question comes up, or if I hand somebody an invoice and they say, you want me to pay you now, or can I pay you on my next business? I say, sure, I'll accept now. So this is a lesson I learned from Jeff. And I just wanted to pass that on to you guys on when somebody offers to pay you, accept it because you don't know what tomorrow brings. And the second lesson I learned very early on in my business comes from one of my clients named Terry. And again, this is when I was doing a lot of in-home training in a very remote area here in California where I have to drive up into the hills. And her name is Terry. And I was driving to this appointment, and in this area, there's a lot of really nice homes. But for my client, Terry specifically, I pulled up and it was a trailer park. And so my first thought was, who's going to pay for my in-home personal training service, which is pretty expensive, that lives in a trailer park? But whatever, I went through with the consultation with that in the back of my mind that I was wasting my time. And when I came to closing the sale and pitching her the 3-month agreement, she didn't blink an eye, and she paid for 3 months up front. And I had her for several years as a client. So this story is about not judging a book by its cover and treating everybody the same, and not thinking that somebody can't afford your service, but going in to every situation, every sales situation with a clear mind and a good attitude, and realize that if somebody's interested in your service and they have the capabilities, they're going to pay for it. And it doesn't matter, what their circumstances are, where they're coming from, what kind of car they drive. For Terry's specific story it was a choice for her to live in a trailer park that was right on the river. It wasn't because she had to. She owned a home also in Three Rivers that she rented out that wasn't on the river. Her choice was that she wanted to live on the river and in this specific trailer park. So she had the money to pay for my service. And so the point behind this is just don't judge a book by its cover. Go into each sales process, thinking that you're going to close a sale and not judging a book by its cover. I hope that lesson resonates with you guys and that you guys can learn from that. And that's something I go in with a clear mind every time I get a lead. I don't judge a book by its cover because of Terry. And the third lesson that I learned comes from a client named Daniel, who's one of my best friends and who is been a longtime client who owns a restaurant. And this lesson is that it's okay to raise your prices. Daniel owns a restaurant. And one of the times we were just talking in general, and he was telling me how he raises his prices for his restaurant based on what his expenses are for food and electricity. When prices go up, that initially he was a little bit scared to do it, but that his clients understood, his people that come to his restaurant understood that prices go up for him, that it costs him more to run his business, so his prices go up. And he's raised his prices several times as the economy has changed, as prices for food have gone up. And this is a lesson I've applied to my business as well, in regards to raising my rates based on my expenses going up, such as electricity or adding additional staff, and not being afraid of losing clients, because Daniel told me that his clients understood and are willing to pay the price because they know his expenses have gone up. So those are 3 lessons I've learned over the last 15 years that I want to pass on to you guys. Again, that's that story of Jeff, of when somebody offers to pay you, accept it, and Terry, to not judge a book by its cover and treat everybody the same. And Daniel, who runs a restaurant, teaching me not to be afraid to raise my prices. So I hope that this message resonates with you guys and that you guys get value from these 3 stories and that you can apply them to your businesses to help you move forward faster. If you guys need any help along the way, please consider a coaching session with me. It's absolutely free. I'm not going to try to close you on any sort of high-priced coaching program. Just want to help you guys move your businesses forward faster. You can schedule it at fitprobusiness.com/breakthrough. I'll include a link in the notes for this video. And also, again, consider subscribing. Hit that subscribe button and ding that bell, as I'm going to be delivering this weekly value to you guys. We'll talk to you soon. Have a good one.